Welcome to this lesson on how to use the 5-step problem-solving method as starting point in developing your skills in creative problem-solving. In this unit, we will look at a creative problem-solving methodology, which can be applied to types of business and work-related problems. As a starting point, let's consider what we mean by a problem. The Random House Unabridged Dictionary includes 2 definitions for the word problem: any question or matter involving doubt, uncertainty, or difficulty, and a question proposed for solution or discussion. A problem can also be defined as a scenario in which the current situation does not match the desired situation, or any time actual performance does not match expectations, or challenges or opportunities, or any situation or circumstance for which there is room for improvement. The creative problem-solving process involves creativity. The problem solvers come up with solutions that are innovative, rather than obtaining help to learn the answers or implementing standard procedures. Let's look at a sample basic problem. If you were given the choice of receiving $1 million in one lump sum, or getting just 1 cent the first day of the month, 2 on the second day, 4 on the third day, and 8 cents on the fourth day, and so on until the end of the month, what would you do? Allow yourself 2 minutes to solve this. So how did you respond? Most of us would go for the $1 million up front. However, the second option would actually be the best one, because you would end up with $1,073,741,824. The implications are, we need to think through problems, and we need to apply tools to resolve problems. Think about some problems you have had at work recently. Try to classify them into different types. For example, employee relations, resources, etc. Use the example list below to start listing the problems you encounter. How did you get on? What type of problem is most common? Employee relations? Resources? Do you solve them effectively? Do you use a common process to resolve them? Now, let's use this classification model again. Go to the next slide. Let's categorize some problems. What type of problems are these? Problem 1. Absenteeism has increased significantly since relocating to new offices. Problem 2. Product returns have been increasing despite increased staffing and improved production planning. Problem 3. Customer complaints have been rising despite investment in new equipment and facilities. And problem 4. Employee attrition. Human Resources has reported a dramatic increase in resignations in one department. Let's consider the likely causes of the first problem. Absenteeism. Absenteeism has increased significantly since relocating to new offices. This is probably caused by environmental problems. It may be that the new offices are too far for many staff, or not as comfortable as the previous offices. So, what caused the increase in product returns, despite increased staffing and improved production planning? We think this is probably caused by equipment problems, where the equipment and possibly plant layout have not been planned to accommodate the deployment of new staff. However, we do need to research the situation in some detail to be sure on the causes. And what about this problem, where complaints from customers have been rising, despite investment in new equipment and facilities? This is probably caused by lack of people resources. It is likely that the company has expanded through new plant and new equipment, but has not acquired the human resources to enable the expansion. And the final problem. Human Resources has reported a dramatic increase in resignations in one department. This is an example of an employee relations problem, and may be caused by poor management. As we can see, problems occur in the work environment for multiple reasons. But they most often fall into the following categories: lack of human resources. This could be numbers of people, or the skills sets of the people employed. Lack of physical resources, such as inadequate tools to carry out a specific activity. Poor work environment, which demotivates, or hampers the potential to be productive. Poor management, or lack of leadership can impact morale, and severely undermine employee commitment and productivity. Or, inappropriate interpersonal relations, such as aggression, bullying, harassment, etc. So do problems simply occur, or can they be predicted? Try to think of a problem you have recently encountered which you could not have foreseen or prevented. Why did it occur? How did you respond? Then, Consider a problem which you feel you could have foreseen and prevented, but you didn't. Why did you not? And what were the consequences? Take a minute to think through these questions. Now consider this situation. George is a supervisor in a small business. Although he enjoys the job very much, he would like to earn more money. He goes to the boss to ask for a salary raise, and is told that with sales so low, this will not be possible. He is pretty sure that he could get a job elsewhere for more money. He knows that if he leaves, he will miss the job, and the people he works with. If you were George, what would you do? There is no easy answer to this. You probably need a good deal more information. For example, why does George need more money? What does he want to achieve in his career? What type of job could he get elsewhere? How much money would he get in another job? How important are his relationships with people in his current job? And how would he fit in with the team in another job? We know George has a problem. But we need to clarify the precise nature of the problem, and to get more information on the context of the problem. This demands we take the time to analyze the problem. We need then to apply a structured process to define and analyze the problem, before generating a solution. That is, we need to apply the creative problem-solving process. So, what are the steps in the creative problem-solving process? In step 1, we recognize the problem. Early recognition of a problem is a skill that develops with experience. You will then be able to define the problem before proceeding. Failure to define the problem could result in your developing the wrong solution. In step 2, we gather information to better understand the problem, before proceeding to develop a solution. In step 3, we generate solutions using various solution generation tools, which we will study in later units. In step 4, we analyze possible solutions, to determine their effectiveness before proceeding. Finally, in step 5, we need to create an action plan, and a schedule for implementation of the solution. We will look at these steps in the units which follow. In this unit, we have seen that problems in the workplace can be classified into 4 or 5 basic categories. We also saw that we need to gather information, before we can really set about resolving workplace problems. Finally, we concluded that we need to apply a structured framework for problem solving, if we are to arrive at durable solutions. There are a number of activities to complete for this unit. Take the time to complete these in your manual. In this way, you will better learn from and retain the knowledge covered in this unit. Thank you for watching this lesson. We hope you have found it useful. Visit our website to view our range of courses on operations and quality management.